Good morning, guys. Today we're looking at the future here, the next 10 days or so. And the story remains that it's not looking likely we'll see any snow in this time period. Right here we're looking at the temperature anomalies for the past 7 days. And this shows it very well what kind of pattern we're in right now. When we look at the United States here, we have a trough over the western part of the United States and a ridge over the eastern part. This allows for warm air out of the Gulf to head right into our region. This promotes above average temperatures as well as storm tracks taking more of a path inland, or known as like a Great Lake cutter, which puts us obviously on the warm side. Not only this is going against us, we also have a cold pocket of air to our north. This isn't exactly where you want it. You want the cold more in this region right here. You want the cold right in here, and a warm pocket of air right here. Now, if you have a warm air here, this promotes some blocking, which will allow temperatures to become colder throughout our region, which will support some wintry precipitation. But right now we don't have any blocking, so any storm that comes up the coast, there's nothing stopping it or nothing keeping the cold air in place. So any storm that does come up the coast is going to be a rainmaker for the next at least 10 days. I can say the next 10 days with confidence. Even 2 weeks is probably likely. I think by the next, probably in a 3-week period, we'll start seeing a change. By the 3rd week of December, we might be talking about some wintry weather. That's not guaranteeing anything, but right now, if I don't see anything changing by then my winter forecast for the month of December could bust. But certainly, I can't disregard my forecast right now. It's going as planned. Until we get to that point, I won't know until about the 3rd week of December if my forecast for December is going to pan out or not. Right now, it's going as planned, so in terms of the forecast, I'm satisfied so far. Now, as a snow lover myself, I hate to see this kind of pattern, but I think it will change. We just need to have patience here. Now, with that being said, let's look at the future radar here, presented to you by the GFS from last evening's run. Now, today we're going to have, it's just like yesterday, we're going to have some rain throughout the day. It could be steadier towards the early afternoon hours. Again, no major flooding, just isolated puddles that are a bit deeper than other areas, especially areas that are prone to flooding. Just be on the lookout for areas where there could be some flooding, but again, not a big deal. Now, when we go into the future here, once today is done with, the next several days are actually going to be pretty dry. Temperature is right around the 50-degree mark. It's pretty boring weather, actually. Every day is pretty much the same weather. Our next threat comes between December 8th and December 10th. This is just a rainmaker. Now, here's a perfect example. We have a storm coming up the coast, taking a track, a near perfect winter storm track, right up the coast here. And there's going to be nothing to show for it in terms of wintry precipitation. That's because we have nothing stopping this, no high pressure, no block, to allow any sort of cold air to get into our region. Instead, this low pressure continues to move up the coast and just the warm air intrudes into our region. Now, this is a pretty substantial rainstorm here, so I can't disregard this at all. What this model is showing here is it's not a hurricane, but from the naked eye and from the average viewer, that's kind of what it looks like. But it's It's certainly not a hurricane. It's just a big rainstorm. And this would definitely be flooding rain for especially coastal areas. But right now, it's only one run. It's definitely a storm threat to be on the lookout for. So yeah, I think between December 8th and December 10th there will be a storm in our vicinity at least. Now, it will likely be a rainstorm. There's just no... Everything's southern stream dominated, which I mean the subtropical jet stream is the big influence in our pattern right now. Once we get this northern stream influence, once these two, I'll draw it up for you. Southern stream's down here. Northern stream's right up in here right now. Once we get these two to merge right in our area, that's when we can get our colder temperatures and some snowfall. As for now, they're still thousands of miles apart. We have a ways to go before we get our first wintry weather here in our area. I know a lot of you are excited for the snow, but just be patient, guys. It's coming. We just gotta wait at least another couple weeks. With all that being said, just reviewing today's forecast. Today we can expect another quarter to half inch of rainfall, much like yesterday. Temperatures today will actually reach in the mid-50s, so it won't be too cold outside. And then the rest of your week looks dry. So for any District 3 championships, or District Championships, Central Dolphins in District 3 against Cumberland Valley this weekend. I'll be at that game in Hershey at 6 o'clock on Saturday, so I got that to look forward to. Both Friday and Saturday actually look pretty nice for those games. So if you have any plans during those days, heading to the high school football games, expect some dry weather and temperatures to be rather, I wouldn't say warm, but warm for this time of year. Don't expect any 20s. Looks like low 40s is probably going to be more than likely occurring during that time period. Alright guys, that's it for today. I'll get back to you with more updates if I notice any changes in the upcoming pattern. Right now it's not the pattern for winter lovers, but I think the winter lovers will get their what they've been waiting for over the last several months here in the next few weeks. I'll talk to you guys later.